Alright, greetings guys, it's Irish here. It's been about a week since I've moved over to Slackware, and I thought I would, share my experiences, what I have so far, and some of the issues that I've experienced so far. So, last video, I should say, I had it up and running, and I did my little spiel in my video, and someone in the comments, I forget his name, asked if why I was on a 32-bit system when my computer was 64-bit. I didn't realize that at the time, and so I think I downloaded the wrong ISO at the time. So I re-downloaded the 64-bit one. I had it installed and everything, picked a mirror, and I think during the prompts, I messed something up because the Slacker, which is my host name, was changed to Darkstar. So I did a reinstall, did everything up again, and it still showed Darkstar as my host name. So I went onto the IRC channel for Slackware. They asked if my Etsy host name was set, and I said yes, and we couldn't figure it out. And I think the third time or fourth time, I can't remember how many times I did it, I noticed that I think I was overwriting all the prompts for the configuration files. So I don't know if somewhere in the wireless DHCP, whatever, got messed up, but yeah. And the first thing that I tried to do was get SBO tools installed, but it gave me an error, which I think I could still show it to you. I think it's still in my temp file. So it kept saying that I think my version, which is current, is older than the 14.2. So let's see here. SBO tools. Here they are. So if I run this again, you'll see the watch it works this time. But alright, so it's package install. No. Install pkg SBO tools. Huh, okay, well, snap, no, SBO, snap, fetch. Yeah, okay, so when I tried to do the SBO snap fetch, it says unsupported Slackware version 14.2. So, I believe the gentleman's name was Jeremiah Lighthouse. I want to get him correct because honestly, he did videos on SBO package and SBO UI, and that actually convinced me to switch over to those. So let me get to my chats here. Yeah, Jeremiah Lighthouse has a YouTube channel, and he did ones on SBO package and SBO UI. I actually do like the SBO UI. I'll show you what this looks like, because it reminds me a lot of like the Ranger. And this is where I'm having my issues now. So when I went to SSR, now in Jeremiah's video that I saw, the two, he installs SBO package also, syncs it from that, and then do it. But I don't know if you need to do that or not because it has the sync already. So my issues came from my FFmpeg. So if I select it, say reinstall, FFmpeg says upgrade. So if I upgrade FFmpeg, it will pull down the 3.2.4. However, my version is 3.4.4, and all of them would actually air out. So it did take me a while to get Simple Screen Recorder. Let me show you one that is actually still failing on me. It's a simple one. It's called ATOP. So if I install it, it should install fine. But yeah, so it's failing. Let's see here. It's an undeclared. Major's not a function. Yeah, so it fails fairly quickly once I get it from probably the GitHub. And it asks if I want to continue, try to rebuild it. So yeah, there was an error occurred in the build, and I can't get it for whatever reason. I do not know. I'm sure Serge will have an explanation, or another Slackware person. There's another one I think I was having issues with. Do I have piano part? No, that's installed. Oh yeah, Qt Browser. Show you this one. Now, I think the first time that I looked at Slackware, Qt Browser compiled for several hours and it failed pretty closely. So now a lot of this stuff is installed, like the PyUdev and Python evdev and all that, Python 3. But everything else should install, but I believe it fails on the graph viz. But let's try. So yep, it's going to be the same type of error message. It's a building error. I, again, don't understand why it does that, why it's failing. So it'll go and go for a while. But it's just a very few packages that I am wanting, but I cannot get. So, which is unfortunate because, you know, like ATOP, I don't really use it too much for only when I'm in my i3. It's just one of the screens that I have, but I don't know if I'll ever use it if I stay on XFCE. Well, let's see if this fails. I think it ran for a little bit and then failed on me. Well, let me show you what else I got. So I am on the browse, or I'm on current, so Slackware current. I have installed the latest kernel, which I find funny that on my Gen 2 machine, I actually have the 4.4.6 series, and on Slackware, I'm on a newer kernel, which it's kind of strange for me. So I do have Z shell, like I always do. I do have syntax highlighting. So as you can see the green down here, that means, so if I say something like sudo, as you see it's red. So if I try sudo su, then it'll say command not found. So if you didn't have that, then it would actually, you won't know that you typed it in wrong without the syntax highlighting. Let me see if it's okay. I did get the whisker menu, which was very nice. I did get a few of the icons, so arc and new mix I have. So I have the arc ones, I have the new mix circle, which honestly I prefer, but arc is nice and blue. I think I set up my, let me see if I can set up my HP again. Set up device, not USB, network. Okay, well, I forget exactly how I did this last time. Okay, so let's go back. Wireless? Yeah, I forgot how I did it last time. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Looks like it fails under one of the makes. So it's leaving the temporary, the temp, and it just fails. So I didn't really expect to have, everything that I have from my Arch or my Gen 2 systems to be on here. This is yep. So there are a few packages that I'm unable to get. Let me try one more. I don't know if I got it installed. IX. Let's see if this is in this. Be kind of surprised if it is. Yep, nope. Yeah, nope, it's not. Again, that one's kind of rare, so yeah. So searching, you actually have to kind of know. Okay, I have that installed. Let's see if Spotify will work. Be surprised if this does. But it's been a few weeks, or it's been a week. Nothing too troubling except for certain packages and my little issue that I had with my host name. But it's actually a pretty stable distro, especially if you go with the 14.2. There's different types of mirrors, and whenever Slackware 15 comes out, you can actually get rid of the mirror that you are on, and then you go to the latest mirror and update everything, and then you can clear it out. Now it's been a few. Let's. Oh wow! It actually did it. Awesome. Let's go back. Go back, and we'll quit here. Okay, so let's see if Slack package update. See if there's any changes. So my mirror is the mirrors.kernel.us, or sorry, mirrors.us.kernel.org. Okay, so it looks like there might have been a new one. So if we do a slack pkg install new, okay, so there's nothing there. Now if we do an upgrade all, so I actually have a new kernel 7.6 that I can put in. So I can hit OK, and everything will install. And then after this, I would actually have to run Lilo, which is another boot manager, because you can have you can do grub if you want, but there's from some of the videos I've seen, they're using UEFI, so there might be a little thing that you need to do for it, but you just you just install and get rid of Lilo if Lilo's too basic for you. But let me show you guys what to do with Lilo. How it's a lot simpler to run the configuration than it is for grub, because under grub you actually have to say grub mkconfig o boot grub cfg, and then that would do everything. But under Lilo, all you actually have to do is just say Lilo. So, but I'm liking Slackware. It is very interesting. I'm probably going to keep this for sure. I don't know if I'll stay on the current mirrors or not. Just because of some of the package issues that I have. I'm sure it's not the mirrors itself. It could be, just like the SBO tools. It couldn't install. My guess is it's something to do with the version that I'm on. So I may go back to the 14.2 mirrors. Granted, that will downgrade me to bunch of packages, including the kernel to the 4.4, but I can actually update my kernel to the latest stable, very similar uh, to Gentoo, where I can make my own kernel and put it into the Lilo configuration. There is a video by Steven. Let me get this right. I found his videos a little bit ago. It's called Steven's Machine Room, and he does a very good overall not comparison, but he explains stuff very well. So here's the build a new kernel. Then he also talks about multi-lib if you really want multi-lib. He also talks about the setup scripts or the startup scripts where you pretty much say chmod whatever and then it goes. And then he also talks about the packages, how you can what they look like, and then he explains SBO package a little bit more in depth than anything else. I believe he's been on Slackware for 20 plus years, if not more, so he probably knows what he's talking about with these videos. He also does Solaris, the BSDs. It sounds like he's an IT professional, so he likes to go with like Open Indiana for like a hardware or like a storage device, so like a NAS type of thing. So if you guys are interested, give this guy a look. He hasn't done any videos for about 2 months, but he might be slightly monotone at times, but his content is top notch for sure. But if if you guys can listen to me, I'm sure you can listen to him. So here's the Slack builds. Let me see if okay, it's still upgrading. So as you can see, it's deleting the empty directories, the sources for 7.5. So we're gonna go to 7.6, I believe. I also got the screen fetch, which is nice. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. I'd like to show you the prompts that gave me some trouble. Maybe in the meantime I'll set up my education. Maybe I'll set up my printer here, because I did it before when I was on the 32. I just can't remember how. Here we go, printer settings. Alright, let's just get rid of that. Close tabs. Okay, so add. Yeah. Cancel. Network printer. Okay, so this is done. Since your kernel image was updated, be sure to handle any needed updates to your bootloader, possibly as simple as running the sbin Lilo. So we'll hit enter, and then this is the configuration files if you want to save or not. I'll go through some of them, but most of them just because I'm scared of it, what it'll do. So this, I'll just keep it. A lot of it, sometimes it will actually change the mirror selection. Bluetooth, CS certificates, cups, I'm going to save that. AutoFS, here, I'm sure it was the DHCP. Now you can see what was different, what it would take out, which I'm sure it would actually take out my host name here. Alright, well, quit. Keep that DNS mask. Just a few more. Mutt, which I probably need to get my mutt NTP. I'm going to keep because I have actually tampered with that one. The normal rule of thumb, especially with Gentoo, Arch, and now Slackware, is there are some like .news. If you touched any of these, then I would keep the old ones. But if you have not, then you can overwrite all you want. But if anything, if you touched, say, the rc http.new, just keep it. I'm keeping all of these. I'm sure I can probably overwrite some of these, but I'm not risking it. I think it was here, maybe. 1 second. Okay, so once that's done, all I do is say Lilo, and it runs the automated stuff for it. Lilo is nice, and it's nice and simple. So if I reboot, I will be on the 7.6 instead of the 7.4. So, but that is pretty much it. I just wanted to let you guys know what's been going on with me and the Slackware. I'm going to try to keep this on here, uh, if all possible. But we'll see. It depends on how my daughter's doing, how my son is doing. I may not have time to tinker. I may not have time to do another video for a while, so we'll play it by ear. But I think I do have a few ideas in the Slackware verse on how to do stuff. There's not too many videos out there for Slackware users. I noticed many of them were from the Linux You and Me for You and Me channel. I know he's off of Slackware on that one. I think DistroTube did like a few, but as far as I'm aware, I don't really watch him, but he said the last video I actually watched him was he was going to be on GhostBSD for 30 days, so I don't know what he's on now. But so yeah, now I'm just rambling. But let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if you have a possible solution to some of the error messages. I'm sure. Oh, MPV was the other one that I was wanting. That actually for whatever reason that always fails. Let me show you one more time here. Yeah, see, the 3.24 that's gonna fail. No. Alright, so install. Have to get rid of that. So if I just do MPV, it should be working, but I think it fails. I may have to go to the GitHub and do it the long way, but if you guys have a solution for it, let me know. I know this was going to fail, and I do prefer MPV over MPlayer, which does come with Slackware. So, but that is it for this video. Sorry for the rambling. Yeah, it failed. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.